You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. Your check is I'm chest, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill, no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives, you create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.
Hot Facts with Robert Reese. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Gig economy. Robert Reese. News channel. Gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. 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 Hey. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese.
Hey, yo. Hey, hot facts with Robert Reese, man. This your boy Dash, man. The cool tapping in with you, brother. Hey, shit, I'm right here on a break in my dash right now, getting busy, but I figured I'd tap in before I eat some grub real quick. But yo, man, I like your channel, like what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we share some of the same ideas as far as like how to navigate this gig market. So just tapping in, showing love, man. I seen your comment. Finally got a chance to hit you, bro. Whenever you get a chance back, man, just holler, man, for sure, man. Love, bro. Be safe.
What up, Robert Reese? Robert Reese with Hot Facts. That's my man right there. Hey, he always be hitting us up with the news and the latest. And he keeps everybody informed about the gig industry, like all of the different gig tubers, everything that's going on with everybody. He's really up to speed on a lot of things. So if you don't want to channel hop a whole lot, just look at his channel for about, 10, 15 minutes, kind of look at a few of his videos. And all of a sudden, yep, you'll realize what everything was going on in the gig industry. He be on top of it, man.
Come and get them hot facts. Drop a Reese.
Yo, you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese, the customer service king, the Lone Ranger of food delivery. He leaves no customer behind. Love from London.
Check out Mike Drop BBQ. First of all, just hopped on to the hot crew. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for your support. If you are in the rideshare game, you want to know the best information out there, period, hands down. Hop in, check out Mike Drop BBQ. It's a cookout. Grab your plate, sit down, take it in. Raise your hand. Ain't nobody stupid here. We trying to make sure we maximize all day, every day, even twice on Sunday. You also get the best information on cleaning your vehicle, the best kits, auto care, everything. He goes over everything. He is for the people. That is who he is. Jeff, aka Mike Drop BBQ. Go ahead and check him out. Yes, sir. Get that in, sir. We are at the Fast Strip, people. We have another local Hot Facts with Robert Reese. What makes you stop here at the Fast Strip?
Cheap gas.
Now, is this the cheapest gas around?
Yes, it is. I checked the gas buddy. This is the place to go if you want your cheap gas.
Now, check this out. You said Gas Buddy. Please explain that. I know what it is. For people that don't know, let them know what Gas Buddy is.
It's a website where you go on and check the prices for the gasoline and lowest in your area.
Yes, sir. Now, all you got to say is this. You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
Good morning to all my DoorDash drivers, all my Uber Eats drivers, all my Lyft drivers, all my Uber drivers, all my Amazon Flex drivers, and anybody else out here on this hustle on today. Hey, I hope y'all had a great payday weekend, but hey, it's a new day to get this pay. Hey, get up, set your goals, keep your eyes on the goals, and let's reach them. You can't stop. Don't stop. Keep pushing. Keep pushing harder than you pushed last time. Come on, get on up and let's go. We can't be stopped out here. You won't be stopped out here by nobody or anything, and definitely not yourself. Come on, let's go get these goals, man. Hey, but as always, please be careful and keep getting this money. Let's go.
Grinding. I hope y'all up out to bed. Money's out here. The money's out here. About to drop another order. About to drop it under their carport. They wanted it dropped under their carport. So make sure you follow those instructions that they give you. Take this picture real quick. Another order done. I hope y'all are up. Ring this doorbell so they know they orders here. I hope y'all up. Don't let that money get by you. It's payday weekend. But if y'all up, be safe out there and keep getting this money.
Through between going on a Greyhound from 8 to 15 by myself to being a father at 15. Thank you, Moo. To going to Job Corps at 15. To, unfortunately, I've never said this out loud, so this is a big deal for me. An eating disorder at 21. Yeah, a lot of crazy things that happened. And I've turned out really well. and I have an amazing family. My wife, my 4 daughters, and honestly, I'm trying to get something started. I'm trying to get something started on YouTube to kind of share my life, but also share the DoorDash part of it, because I've been doing that for 5 years. I make a lot of money doing it, and I can help people, and I have helped people. I've helped people just starting my YouTube channel. A couple people come to me and said, hey, I've done what you said, and I've made 20% more money, and it will continue to grow. And I've helped people in my own town make more money, because I don't hide secrets. Like, I'm not a person. I believe if you found a way to make money and there's other people in your same field, I don't pull the ladder up and keep all the secrets to myself. I help others.
All right, people. All right, people. Yes, 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 yes. We got a good one today, people. And as you just saw, that last person there, that was John right there. We're going to have an interview today. It's going to be an exclusive interview today with Dashing with John. Now, it says Dashing with John here, exclusive live interview. But if you look at his DoorDash title for his channel, it says DoorDash with John. But when you go ahead and look him up under YouTube, it shows Dashing with John. So in case anyone wanted to know, why does this channel say DoorDash with John and then it says Dashing with John, is because Dashing with John is the original name, and that's the name when you go ahead and search him up. It's Dashing with John, kind of like how it's the grimiest Dasher alive, the gig machine, GDA, the gig machine. He says that, but when you type up the gig machine, it says no bumper TV. So no bumper TV that's what he is. But same thing goes for both of them. Now, John is brand spanking new to this, had some communication with them earlier about how to go ahead and get into the StreamYard link. So I did post that link up there. I told John that when I go live, just go ahead and click the link. That'll be the easiest way. Go ahead and do it like that. So John, whenever you do get ready, go ahead and click the link. And people, this interview is actually being broadcast on the Hot Facts with Robert Reese podcast, because the interview is going there also. And also this is being broadcast on the podcast, one-on-one interviews with Hot Facts with Robert Reese. So let me give you guys, in case you don't know, a list of names of people who have appeared on the one-on-one interviews. You guys obviously know the DoorDash Revolution. Let me go ahead and get him up here. Here he is here. Here he is here. Let me go ahead and bring him on up to the stage. Oh, yes. Let me see. He should be up there. Give me one quick sec, John. So people, as you know, the DoorDash Revolution has been up here. If you guys are old school and know, stunt professional expert, DoorDasher Tanner Markley, UDM, Dashing Trader, Side Hustle Van, Nova Hustles. I can go on and on. Cornbread, Grind City Grinders has been on here. There's a old man DoorDash River, John McFall, RI. If you guys are looking into getting some spreadsheets, I even had the national driver, aka the rational driver, aka Dad Dash, and there's been many more. This platform is used to help up and coming content creators get their name out there, let them get some exposure there. But more importantly, if you are an experienced content creator, and an interview actually helps with your audience to let them know a little bit more about what you do. There's a lot of people that ask questions about DoorDash and things like that, but there's not a lot that goes into trying to figure out exactly who someone is, why they're here, and everything else like that. So that's why I brought these interviews in. We're working on getting up to 100 of them in. So we're working on that. And I'm glad here today to have this gentleman here. Came across the channel, people. You guys already know what I do. I watch everything. I watch everyone. I see who's doing this and that. And what got me was the original message from the video I watched in the short. I said, oh, my dude has a message here.
When I clicked on his chat channel, I said, oh, he's doing his thing. I went ahead, clicked on the arrow there, looked at his subs. I said, okay, he's got some subs going in here. I instantly went to the Social Blade. I went to Social Blade to go ahead and check him out. Did that. My man is one of the fastest rising gig tubers in all of the whole YouTube, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Walmart Spark, whole platform. What is it now? You're on what, 36 or 37 days?
36 today.
Oh, okay, people, and you know I know that because I'm the news people. I do my job. Now he's on 36 days, and right now he's at about, I think it's at 400. I think it's 400 and a little over 400 subs in 36 days. All organic for what?
422.
Okay, people, see, he's getting them in. It's all organic. It's all from his videos and his shorts and the message that he is putting out there. When you know you got something, people, you don't got to get out there and buy subs to start and do all this other stuff. Just do what you got to do. Be organic and just let it go ahead and just fly on in. So without further ado, people, I want to bring to the mic and introduce you guys to the fastest up and coming gig tuber, DoorDash, new content creator, Dashing with John. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you getting me on here and you pushing me out a little bit on your page and everything. It means a lot to me. I'm a very humble guy, and I like to do things for people. And so for you to come out and do that for me, I appreciate so much.
Yeah, and just for you guys out there, none of the people that you see me doing things for to help promote and get them out there, they don't ask me. No one asked me to do these things, people. This is what I do. I'm a news channel. And a lot of you guys got to understand that when you're a news channel, you have to look for everything that's coming out, everyone out there, and you spread the word for them also so that they can also grow. You don't want someone to start off and they're starting off pretty good on the road like this, and they're like, man, I'm just in this small little pocket here. No, let's go out and help out everyone. I do it for a lot of people. This is how you help. But I just happen to go deep and looking for the new up and coming. I call it the new roster of 2024. This is one of the participants here. So, John, I want to go ahead and just get right on into it now. Let the people know who you are, where you're from. You know what I mean? Where you're from, what markets you're in, and all that, and all that great stuff.
All right. Well, obviously, my name is John. I live in Virginia. I live in Winchester, Virginia. It's about an hour and a half away from Washington, D.C. I was born in California, though, and lived there until I was 8 years old. And when my grandmother moved out here because of her dad was dying, and we ended up setting shop up here in Virginia. And I mean, it's been a pretty good state for me. Had a lot of crazy things happen to me when I was growing up. I remember saw a little bit of it. Like my mom and grandma played ping pong with me from California to Virginia. And instead of putting me on a plane, they put me on a Greyhound bus by myself first time when I was 8 years old. And I tell you what, that was the scariest thing I've ever had to do, with getting on a dark bus at 10 o'clock at night and seeing nothing but adults and giving $50 to get from Virginia to California.
Man, getting on there on that Greyhound bus, people, you got to stop at certain places. He's got to know not to get off at certain ones and get back on. And, he's got to go and talk to the bus driver so they can help him out. As a young kid, you got to do all that stuff to make it. Now, you're from California originally. You're out there in the Virginia area, and I do know that Nova Hustles is out there. I have a guy by the name of Dash Bandicoot who was out there getting it in really, really good. And there was a guy by the name of Jada Kanza up there in the DC area. I do know that area up there has a pretty good market. Can you explain a little bit about exactly where you are and how that market works?
Yeah. Well, it's Winchester, Virginia. Like I said, you have Arlington, Fairfax, and my town has 30,000 people that live in Winchester. And then we have a smaller town that has maybe 10,000 people, 5 minutes away from us. And then 10 minutes away, we have Front Royal. Another town has about 20,000. And the income here is the median income in this town is 78,000. Now we have the small, obviously every town has its lower poverty levels and all that stuff. But for the average, our town is about 78,000, which makes it a little easier at times for the job we do, because obviously we depend on the tips and everything. So, and we have 300 restaurants and with 30,000 people. And like, this town is very, very tight. It's on top of each other. People are on top of each other. We have a hospital that's big time for us drivers. And it's bigger than Charlottesville, like the UVA hospital in Charlottesville. It's bigger than college campuses. And
oh wow! Now I'm glad. Well, I'm glad you just said that, because you just said something that you don't hear a lot of the gig drivers say. You knew the population and you knew how many restaurants are in the area. You know what I mean? So that's something that a lot of drivers need to learn if you want to learn your market. And then you said we have a hospital, you know, that's super large, and that's one of our main hitters there. People, if you are in that area, he's giving you guys a little bit of jewels. If you guys didn't know how that area works, 300 restaurants, people. So you do the math right there. There's 30,000 people there with 300 restaurants. There's some good money to be made in that area right there. Now in your area that you're in, is that a earn by time EPO, or is it a tier system zone?
No, we don't have the tier system here yet. We still have the Top Dasher program, earn by offer and earn by time. I've seen people have the tier package. It's not even talked about coming into our town yet. And back on the drivers, I want people to do this. Not only did I do the research for the restaurants and the towns, I took my calendar and I'd write down how much money I made, how many deliveries I did, broke that down, and then started putting by how much money I made from 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. And after 2 years, I put that in a spreadsheet, and I filtered out things to see what hours I made more than $25, what hours I only made $10. Like, a lot of drivers get it twisted sometimes and think all you have to do is hit the start button and you're going. Like, there's a lot of research. There's a lot of homework to do if you want to get to where I have been blessed to be at so far.
Right. Now, give us a little, you know your game right there. But before you got into this DoorDash and this gig work, give us a little bit about your work history, what you were doing for work before you start doing this.
I spent 15 years as a general manager in the fast food place. I was general manager of Taco Bell and Burger King. I'm a people person. I like to connect with people. And for whatever reason, the food industry is where I excelled. Like, I've done little warehouse jobs and they were cool and everything. But for whatever reason, I seem to excel in the fast food game. And I worked up from 15 as just a regular old person who works a couple hours while he was in school to, as soon as I turned 18, become an assistant manager. And then at 19 became a district manager for a company called Hardee's. Before they went out of business, I was running like 12 of them in my little district.
Okay. Man, so getting it in. See, people person, the management, you know, you're used to thinking on the spot, moving fast pace and getting it in. So what made you though? What made you go from that? And I know you said that, you know, the food industry, you know, that's where you belong. What made you say that, you know, this part of the food industry is where I belong?
Well, when I was 30, I had my last daughter. She's 10 now. Well, her mother, I watch what I say because my daughter watches my YouTube channel, but she had some demons and she hasn't been around. And I was working 70, 80 hours a week as a general manager. And I knew when she was born, I was going to end up having her full time, and I couldn't put in those hours. I went to my district manager and said, I need to come down 40 hours. He said, how about I just pay you $110,000? Because I was making $100,000. He was just trying to throw money at me. And I missed a lot of my kids' life, my 3 adult daughters. I missed a lot of time with them working 70, 80 hours a week. I couldn't afford to do that again with one that I was going to solely have on my own. Single dad at the time. I didn't have anybody to help me except for my grandma, and my grandma loved my daughter to death. And then I had some back surgeries, and the funny story about that was how I got set up to DoorDash. I didn't even hear about DoorDash. It was like 2019. I know that's crazy to say. I never heard of it, but I was playing a game called Candy Crush, and an app, like an in-game ad came up for, hey, become a DoorDash driver. And the rest was history.
He said, and the rest was history. I remember my very first day, and I started with Postmates first. Okay, and I started way back, 2014, doing it, and he's right here. Oh, all right. So in case you guys know, I did a motorcycle video, and that's Curtis King right here doing his thing, and doing some stunts and tricks right now. And that's Curtis King. He's getting busy. Watch this. He's gonna come and do something nice right here. Oh, he's doing reverse wheelies on the front wheel.
Yeah.
But my very first time on, let's say, on the Postmates, my brother, he's the one that got me on. He was like, look, I'm making all this money doing this. All you do is just go pick up orders and that's it. So I was like, what? So I go in there, I was like, oh, this is this right here. I said, what? This person just gave me $20, and I just went, like, the restaurant was right next door to their apartment. I got it, and I went up to the 9th floor, and I got paid $30 with a $20 tip, and I was like, hold up. I said, what? I said, if this can happen like this, and then I just start putting it in, and then I've been doing it. I've been doing it ever since, man. I've been doing it ever since. I like it. I like the fact that I can be on my own pace, my own time. I like how I can, how sometimes when you like you were a general manager, things happen where you don't have control over it, but then because of your position, it comes down on you from the corporate level on who else, it can be the regional or whoever else coming in, right? So I figured out, man, look, I don't like something going into somebody else, and then my name is the reason why something bad happened when I had nothing to do with it. This was a better way to control my business relationships and be able to make the most with mitigating the most errors that can happen. That's not your fault. So I loved it, and I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad you are here. You're on DoorDash now. So how long have you been doing the gig apps and DoorDash?
2019, and I started on DoorDash, but I also did Postmates for the OGs because obviously Postmates ain't around no more. But I used Postmates because in my area they were Walmart orders way before Spark, way before they were on Uber. So I'd go make from 7 to 10 on Postmates like $70 doing 3 orders on Postmates, and then would finish 11 to 2 on DoorDash, kill like $70, $80 in that time span. And I did that for a week, and I said, why am I not doing this full time? And I started doing it full time.
Start doing it full time and seeing what it does. Now, I listened to your message, and I love how you come across with everything. Now, was there anything on your side when you start doing these deliveries, when you start seeing drivers do like bad things, like what did you say yourself, I'm going to do it like this and not like that? Because I know the customer wants it like this.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen this, like the DoorDash YouTube thing until about 3 years ago. So I was already a year and a half into it, but I was seeing DoorDashers yelling at the restaurants because they were waiting for 5 or 10 minutes. And one time I looked at a lady and I said, why? I said, you think they're going to get you your stuff any quicker because you're cussing them out? I said, they do have the power to have you taken off the platform. I said, so what's the point? You're not going to. And so I said from that moment on, I'm going to do it my way because I'm a very, very do it correctly, be positive, and just be the best at it. I always said, if you're going to do something, shoot for the moon, because if you miss it, you're still going to hit the stars and it's still going to be all right. So Like, that's what I told myself. I didn't care how other people did it. I knew how I was going to do it. And the way I was going to do it was going to be better than most.
Right. Now, doing it better than most, obviously, people that watch my channel, I get a lot of bad flack because I am the person that promotes the positive attitudes with the drivers, the customer service, doing everything right, and all that other stuff. I am the person that promotes all of that with acceptance rate, your ratings. I get a lot of bashing for it, but now you start to see, and I told people it was going to happen to where you're going to have to adapt, because I told them what the changes were going to be that they were implementing. And now you get more and more people getting their ratings up and getting them high. You came in at a time when no tip, no trip was at an all-time high. Did you feel pressured at all to not want to have your ratings be where they are and to do what everybody else was doing, or did that even affect you at all?
No, it didn't affect me at all, because I heard stories already. Because, like, DoorDashers in the area spit game to each other. We talk. And when they were like, don't take that tip, don't take that order, don't take that order. But they're telling me at the end of the day, man, I worked 6 hours. I only made $73. And I'm watching myself work the same amount of time and doubling that, because I see an order on my screen. I know I don't have to take it, but if I take it, I'm not complaining about it. Like, I'm positive a person about it, because I'm a firm believer, if you put bad energy out there, it's coming back to you at some point. I promise you that. So yeah, I had no pressure on that. I let them do their thing. I did my, and then they looked at me when we were comparing notes. How you doing it? Like, they didn't believe me. I had to pull up a thing like, this is, you've been doing this for 4 months. How are you doing this? I said, not doing it the way you are. Like, be more positive about it. Go in here, reset your mind. Like, people, like, go into this and they'll let, like, the third order of the day make them mad, ruin their day, and then they're taking it into the next day, which is insane.
Right. Now you said, from the 100 G's they were throwing at you at the W-2, right? So, you're doing the gig work. Now, obviously, if someone wants to do the 100K on just food, you're going to have to be out all damn day, unless you're mixing in some ride share, or, you're maximizing and getting it in right. How is the money to you from a W-2 transitioning into the DoorDash? How was that money switch for you?
It was fine, because I always lived within my means. Like, I never had 100K and said, I'm going to live like I'm like I have $100,000 I make a year. I always made what I needed. I saved up my money. I didn't spend more than I had to. Like, I have to this day money saved up from when I was a W-2. Like, and that was 10 years ago. Like, I made 100 grand, but only spent 50. And I was smart with my money, and I made good choices. So when it came to switching, I knew I was going to be okay, because I was going to live within my means. Like, you don't go to a $150 restaurant if all you got is $75 in your pocket. Like, you just have to be smart with your money. So it wasn't a big deal for me.
Right. Now, if you don't mind me asking, what are your ratings on DoorDash currently?
Currently, right now, it's a 4.95 customer rating. I just got a 2-star rating for some reason. I have a 68 acceptance rate, because 2 days ago, it was a bad day, like bad day. They were putting in, you ever seen those PetSmarts where they put 6 of them together and they're like,
oh yeah.
I declined that one. It was declining 6 of them. I have a 98% completion percentage, because I kind of use that as my acceptance rate. And I have a 97% on time, and I have like 9,850 deliveries.
Okay, yeah, you are well qualified and well deserving to be up here, sir. That is what I would say right there. And those are good ratings. Now check this out. in 2019, 2021, those numbers right there, you would be getting a whole lot of thumbs down and boos right now. Why do you have 68%, almost 70%? You're doing it wrong. Why are you doing that? You're getting bad orders still. Well, check this out, people. It was never said that you're going to get 100% perfect orders every time. You're still going to get some orders. There's still going to be some orders out there when there's no drivers around and that's the order that's available and they sent it to you. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop doing that for anyone. You know, we still get bad orders. The benefit is for you guys who are brand new dashers and drivers out there, the benefit is when your acceptance rate is high enough, you have the ability to really reject the bad orders that come through your way so that you don't have to do those if you think it's bad. Now, you don't know what the back end of that order has involved. There could be an extra tip. There could be some cash tips. I found $12 yesterday, and my wife got an extra $14 in cash tips. So people in cash in one day, that's $30 right there in cash tips. But it happens all the time. TFT got $20 in cash tips yesterday or the day before. People, one customer that does that. They come. So the back end, you never know on the back end, but you can still decline those orders because your acceptance rate is high enough, and it allows you to do that without getting penalized and dinged to where you're going picking up the orders that have been sitting there that drivers are neglecting. Our job with our ratings people is to get the orders that come out right when they are processed through and get them to the customers as close as being straight from the restaurant as possible. That's what us good drivers get right there. So I'm so glad you're on DoorDash and you're doing your thing. Now, once you start doing the DoorDash and making your money, when did you decide to say, hey, I want to record myself, not just giving the information and knowledge to the people in my area? What made you say, hey, I want to make content now?
All right, well, this is funny because this happened 35 days ago. I've been watching a lot of DoorDash content. Pedro was one of them. He was a main one. And then I see shorts of people complaining. I seen comments of customers arguing back and forth with drivers. I just seen some negativity, some that's not necessary. And I said, there needs to be more positive spin to this. And I'm going to come from a genuine place, and I'm going to come with positivity. Like, people can talk with each other and not agree and not act like idiots. Like, there's no reason for like two people to start literally almost cussing each other out in YouTube comments for what? Like, for nothing. So when I saw that, I said to myself, I have to do something. It might be a small little piece of a problem, but if I can affect one person, and I have one customer and one driver, then I've done something.
Yeah, you've done something. And see, I like how I asked this to a lot of people because when you know why you got in, I came in with very, very similar thing. I was watching how terrible these drivers were, doing the things and putting them on video, and I said, nope, I'm coming in as Hot Facts with Robert Reese, the official news channel. I'm going to show customer service, the positivity, and everything, and I already had it planned out for what I was going to do. So I'm so glad you said that you want to come in here, okay, and clean up, even if it is a small problem. You wanted to clean that up right there. Now you're doing a great job. Now, from you wanting to clean up everything, I want to ask you this. What's your channel's motto? Like, here on Hot Facts is the truth behind what you stand for. That's what Hot Facts is all about. The truth behind what you stand for. So when they see me out there with the customer service, that's what I do, because I stand on it. What's your overall, I would say, your motto or your overall message out there for everyone who stops by your channel?
My motto is twofold. It is, one, to help other drivers that are struggling or that are doing well, to try to help them be more successful, and to also bridge the gap between driver and customer. So the customer can see our point of view, and that's why we show some of the screenshots in our shorts about, hey guys, this is what it looks like. And drivers. So drivers can understand the customer's point of view and try to bridge that gap. And also make people laugh, because me and my daughter have laughter kind of brings people together. So we started doing skits where we just kind of come up with some things, do some things that really happened, but put smile on people's faces. I just want to help people. Like at the end of the day, if I had someone come in my live the other day and the first thing he said was loser, and I talked to him normal. And by the time he was done, he subscribed, he stayed 4 hours, and we were talking for the whole thing. Like, you never know what someone's going through. You don't know if you tell them that they're a loser or you tell them to go get a different job and they're struggling in their life. You don't know what's going to push them over the edge. And I personally don't want to be responsible for that. And I don't want anyone to do that. Like, so I'm just trying to bring some peace and positivity and let people enjoy my channel.
Well, you're doing a great job at that, and I want to commend you on bringing your daughter in. My daughter's involved with my channel also, and like you said my daughter is watching. She watches my channel. My daughter does the same thing. Every now and then you'll see her pop up and say hi, Dad. You'll see her do that in here. I have my daughter on my shorts. Now I notice that you do use the shorts and everything else. Now, when you decided to get this content going, did you say, hey, I'm not going to do shorts, they're a waste of time, I only want to do long videos, I want to do some live streams? What was your focus on how you were going to get people to start watching you? What was the focus on the content? What type, short, long, or live?
The focus originally, obviously I was going to do all of them, but the original focus was shorts, because shorts, you have a quicker access to more people when you're first starting out. Like my first video, I think hit like my first short hit like 1,500 people. The first one I ever uploaded. So I put a lot of emphasis on the shorts, because the shorts then lead to your videos. Your shorts then lead to your live streams. But it's the quickest way to get your product to the consumer is through your shorts. And so that's where my
exactly. Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly what I did. And I tell people that when I came in, traction obviously is the very first thing I want to do. So once I got the traction pretty much going here on YouTube, I'm on every single platform. I went viral on Instagram 4 or 5 times. I have millions of views over there, but it all started here on YouTube with the shorts and reels. I use those for everything. You know, I walk into a place, I'm recording, I'm going to see all type of things. Once you record that stuff and throw it up, that's what the drivers are going to be like, oh, wow. Then what I do is I do a regular video. Okay. I'll do a short, or I'll do a regular video first, or do a short first with the idea of doing a regular video, then doing a live. So when someone sees one of my shorts, it's going to be in a regular video, full length also, and it's going to be one of the topics for my live streams. So they get to see, you know, if they don't want to see a short, they can watch it over there on the regular video. If they don't want to see it there, they want to interact more, they can go ahead and hop in a live stream. But for the most part, the short is the one that's getting them in. And when I go through my analytics, you know, 90 to 95% of the traffic that comes through my channel, they start watching me straight through my shorts. And then obviously, since I'm a news channel and I have different things that I like, you know, I have NBA and all type of things going on. So I'm teaching other communities on YouTube also about the gig stuff too. So whenever I go on their panels, they ask me things about the gig, like about the gig world. Since I'm the news channel, they feel like, you know, my role now is they have me as the expert person on panel to speak about the gig world. So I'm helping a lot of communities out with this stuff too. And I'm so glad you're doing shorts, and I'm so glad you said that, because there's a lot of people out there that say, I don't believe in shorts, or short views don't count. We only count regular videos and live streams. And then they say, well, it's easy to do short videos. And I say, well, if it's so easy, How come your numbers on your shorts aren't doing this? Well, I recorded a short. It's not about just recording a short. I love your video with your daughter. That was a skit. That was something that actually happens when a daughter or a young son will get a hold of their parents' phone, start ordering stuff, and doing all of that. Right now, my daughter and my niece are trying to order bunny food and rabbits because my niece has a bunny. They're trying to order extra rabbits, and they got caught because they tried to use the Apple account. They got caught. You know what I mean? So when you put that up, that was excellent because there's so many dads out there and parents out there to where that was a short that they can watch and laugh and hit subscribe on. Great job on that, man. Great job.
Yeah. Well, because I also do my research. Like I go into the computer and I type in DoorDash, and then I put over the filter out like the past week and how many views got something. And I do my research on thumbnails. I do my research on topics and stuff like that. And like, this isn't something you can just put together and it's going to happen. Like you have to do your homework. You have to do your research. You have to put forth the best effort. You can't just point your phone, hit record, and expect it to go and blow up. I mean, I had a video I thought was going to be great. It got, for whatever reason, 18 views, but it had an 83% positive, like a 83% swipe to watch it rate. It still blows my mind how that happened.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I have a lot of videos, and people don't understand that. You know, they're like, well, let's try to look at your video views. Well, I have a lot that have a lot of views, and I have a lot that don't have as many views because of some of the ideas that people don't like about the HotFacts brand with the positivity and everything. But my videos that I get, I gain subscribers on just about every video that I put up. I gain subscribers off of my videos. So I can have a video, let's say it went up there and it got 75 views, but it got me 10 subs. That's all that matter because they got the information in the video itself that they needed to go ahead and use. That's what it's for. Now I put up on average, it breaks down to about in between 8 to 12 videos a day on average. That's about what I do, 8 to 12 videos a day. So about every week, I typically have at least 2 or 3 videos that go over 10,000 or something. And then I'll have a whole bunch that float around like in between like 500 to 1,500. I may get another one that hops in there at like $5,000, but I do that just about every week to where I average in between, let's say 112,000 to about 190,000 views every single month because of how many videos that I have out there. So I'm over 3,000 something videos in. So I don't care about when the video catches. I've had videos that I've put up that they were sitting in, on the shelf there for like 7 months and then they finally hit. So I don't care about, what they get instantly. It's all about how it grows. And then obviously going back to retitle your videos, look at the SEOs, retitle them so that they can hop back into the algorithm. All that other stuff there works there. Now, I want to ask you this. Watching people on when you did, what styles of videos did you pay attention to say, hey, you know what? I like this person's style. I like that person's styles. Whose channels and styles caught your eye?
Originally, Pedro, and that was because he was more raw. It wasn't a lot of glitz and glamour with his videos, and he was more real. Now, anyone who's been watching Pedro, you've seen kind of a transformation over Pedro over the past couple of years. Like Pedro can sometimes be hot, sometimes be cold, sometimes be cool. Nugs was another one. My style that I like to watch are ones that I can gain information from and be entertained also at the same time. Like I can watch some people's videos, whether they're doing, where they're actually dashing and then breaking in, giving you a little bit, hey, this is why I took this order. Or when someone just comes up, a regular DoorDasher who actually still actively DoorDashes, a little like comes up here and says, hey, this is what I did. This is how I did it. What are you doing? How are you doing it? Do you need to adapt? Do you like stuff like that? Like I like the information and I like to smile. I like to laugh too. So like Travel JB is kind of a newer one that I
watch him,
and that dude is so hilarious, and so I find myself on his a lot. But I avoid the ones where there's a ton of negativity. So like the lives, unfortunately, like Pedro's, there's too many trolls in his. Not because of Pedro, but there's too many people being negative. And I have a rule of thumb. I don't let negativity in my life if I can control that. Because again, if you let negativity in, nothing good can happen from it.
Right. And, you know, there's people that, you know, when the trolls come in here, I'm a person, people, and everybody knows I throw people out. You know, I turn into Martin, you know what I'm saying? I turn into Martin, you know what I'm saying? Get the stepping. So, you know, I like it that I've made it to the point to where people that come and watch my lives and everything, they're coming to get the information because I'm putting out news and info. So, you know, like someone made a comment in the comment section now and they pretty much left because I just ignored it, you know? So, you know, I don't do all that. You know, there's certain channels out there that go ahead and, you know, now you said you saw a video with me and Pedro. Which one was it?
It was the one talking about the protest and your guys' fiery debate and just hearing each other out. How Pedro obviously has his opinion on the protest, and you obviously not only cover it, but you feel a certain way about it. And it's just two good people that don't agree, but it's okay because we don't have to always agree. But it's a spirited debate, spirited conversation that doesn't get disrespectful. And at the end of the day, everybody's smiling and see you later. Talk to you later. Like,
oh yeah, I've had this thing with Pedro going on for just about my whole time being here on YouTube. Me and Pedro have had this back and forth going on, and it's kind of funny that he's also targeting No Bumper TTV. We're gonna get into that also. But Pedro and I seem to always be right there. You know, we text each other from time to time, things like that, you know, behind the scenes. So that stuff does happen. We do have a mutual respect, but there is a super competitive nature there also. But it keeps it fun. It keeps it entertaining. People see like Reese is doing shorts about Pedro. I think Pedro is talking about Reese in these shorts. Yeah, people, we make it entertaining and fun, and we like to get it like that. Now I want to get into goals. Let's get into some goals. You know, you're brand new, amazing pace, 400 something subs, and man, you're at a pace to get to that 1,000 subs fast. You're at a pace to get to that 1,000 subs very, very fast. You're at a pace that was a higher pace than when I was at. I hopped in, and in my second month, I had 389 subs. So you are in 1 month ahead of what I came in doing. I was fully monetized in 6 months. Fully monetized when I came on in. You, my friend, are ahead of that pace. So I just want to let you know you are ahead of that pace. So let's get on goals. Since you're in here now, most people say, I just want to get to 50 subs first. You're already halfway to 1,000. So what were your goals coming in, and what have they changed from when coming in, and you know, where are you trying to go?
Well, my goals were definitely, besides helping people and everything, I had a goal of 1,000 subs in a year. I thought there was no way I was going to get, I'm just John from Winchester, Virginia. Those goals have changed a lot. I have a goal now to be at 1,000 by May. I think doing what I do, I can be at 1,000 by May. And the long-term goal is to put out good content, to be informative, that will help people. And if you do those three things, the rest is going to take care of itself. And I don't even
Man, crazy, G. Crazy. My goal was to get my 1,000 subs. It was to try to get them in within the first year. So my goal was to get 1,000 subs within the first year. but it happened. It happened so fast. There's a video with my daughter. You know, my daughter is with my wife, so you know we have, you know, we're interracial relationship. So my daughter's mixed. So you know, my daughter had a issue with some of the black kids who are dark skinned. You know, they get a little jealous of the light skinned kids, and there was an incident. And I told my daughter's story, and that video went for 368,000 views, and it got 1,800 subs on that video there. And that was the video. That was the video that sparked it off. And then right after that, I did another one about DoorDash. This is your problem. That one did 168,000 views, and it got me like 400 subs on that one. So within 3 months, 3.5 months, I was already over 2,000 subs. My thing is since they came so fast, you know, and I was doing a lot of shorts also. Now it's time to get those watch hours in, and that's where, you know, I'm still on traction mode now. But the goal was, once I saw where it was, the goal was, hey man, I'm at 2,000 right now. I'm ahead of my goal. My goal is still the same. I'm just ahead of it. I'm not changing anything. I'm just ahead of the pace that, you know, that I was at. Now, what I did do was I got a little cocky. I ain't gonna lie. I got a little cocky, and I said, well, I want to do 1 million views in my first year. I didn't think it was gonna happen, and it went over there to where my average is over 2 million views per year right now. So I said, you know what? I got to stay with 1 million views a year as my goal for what I want to do, and make sure I'm still in the game. Now, I gave you a prediction. I gave you and No Bumper TV. I said that with what they are already doing and the extra help with throwing their channel out there, and you see the back and forth with me and No Bumper and things like that, that's adding in, and I do my things to help out there. People will start saying, hey, I'm gonna go click. And I said in 3 months, he should be at 1,000 subs, both of you guys. So that's my goal for you guys. That's what I see. And I do believe it is very, 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 very possible. And of course, when you do an interview like this, where someone can actually hear exactly what you're about, there is no negativity in this. You know, you're letting them know who you are, and then that's going to bring in more people. So until you get to that 1,000 subs, man, I'm on your hip. Hip. We gonna keep working. You'll see videos that I do of yours. Be like, hold up, he made a video about me like that? What? Well, yeah, man. Hey, it is what it is. Now I want to get on this right now, since I know what your style is, your approach, your get down, positive attitude. You asked me yesterday, what did I think about No Bumper TV, the grimiest dasher alive, the gig machine? And I said, wait, let's save it. I said, let's save it for the interview. I said, let's save this for the interview. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. Now, I have an issue with No Bumper TV, just like I have with Pedro and everybody else who comes in with the negativity about the customers and everything else like that. The dirty apping, not having equipment, saying I'm not going to use a pizza bag, just take one when I get to the place. No hot bag gang. If they ain't tipping, I'm going to treat them like shit. All this stuff like that, I am truly against it. So when he sees me interacting with him, like I'm laughing and stuff like that, that's all genuine. You know, that's all genuine. How he brought his kids in to help him with shorts, that's all genuine. I love that. My stance is, my opinion is, I hate the hell out of how you do your thing. That's what I don't like. Now, because I don't like that, and you're doing it like that, Pedro gets a chance to take a seat back. Dashing Trader can take a seat back. Cytoso Addict Van can take a seat back. All the big no tip, no tripper can now take a seat back, because he came in. Now I'm on his ass. I am on his ass. Any video that he puts up or he does something, I'm on his ass. So, you know, that's how I feel. I like his energy. I love his energy. I love the fact that he doesn't care about what anyone says about him. He's still gonna do him. You know what I mean? I like that aspect. You gotta love that about whoever else it is. Hot Facts is the truth behind what you stand for. So if that's what he stands for, I tell people stand on it. Stand on it. Don't be a punk. Stand on it. Do what you got to do. And I like that. I just hate his get down. I hate how he has multiple accounts and he tells you about it. I hate how you watch him blowing the weed in the car with Big Larry while they out there doing deliveries. He just said, got me another account. I hate that shit with a passion. Everyone knows that. That's what makes the little feud with me and him going on. That's what makes it work. That's what makes it's entertaining, but there's also you're hearing one side and you're watching another side. So I love it. Let me get on to you about that. Let me hear what you feel. And what I like about this, you guys are two brand new, fast growing content creators in this Dash space. You just passed them up in subs and everything. He's right there behind you, but you guys are brand new. And so this is great that you got two brand new people who are going to be the ones with 1,000 subs next. Both, it seems like, on opposite ends of the totem pole. So this makes for great interaction and entertainment with you guys, and also for us watching, the content. So let me get right on to you. Let me know about how you feel about No Bumper TV.
Well, see, here's my issue with him, obviously. Like, I don't know him personally. I know what he puts out on his shorts. And what he puts out on his shorts is bullshit. Because at the end of the day, here's who's watching that. Customers. Like, and we as drivers already feel like that sometimes maybe tips aren't what it should be or whatnot, but that's neither here nor there. And people like him ruin consumer confidence in our market and then wonder why we're not getting tipped up front, wonder why they're going to hit on the back end, but we have to take it bad on the front end. And he has no respect for people who are spending their hard-earned dollars. Because look, it ain't cheap ordering DoorDash. I don't order it, but I know there's like a $7 fee just and I know DoorDash charges more for Apple users than Android users. And then the other thing is, you see how he's turning down, this $24 for 6 miles is garbage. I don't take that, son. It's garbage. What he's doing there also is other Dashers who aren't getting orders like that would kill for orders like that. It's kind of demoralizing to other Dashers who aren't getting it like that. And we're supposed to be a fraternity, and whether he's realizing it or not, like, I'm okay with it. I'm doing fine. But, the next person beside me, it might not be doing fine. And without him knowing it or caring, he's demoralizing that person because he's like, man, I wish I could get that many orders or I can get something like that. And then he's showing he's on 0%, which everybody has questions on how that's happening. That I don't really care about. That's neither here nor there. But it's the fact that he doesn't realize he's costing other Dashers money because the customers are seeing that. And they're not going to tip, or they're going to tip in the back end, and people aren't going to take it. So people are losing money. People aren't getting fed. And then he's single-handedly demoralizing a couple people as drivers who see this saying, I wish I could get something like that. He acts like an asshole, and he doesn't care about his job. I care about my job, and I'm getting a $3 order if I'm getting an order. So, like, he just has a lot to learn about, my opinion, as far as he's trying to reach something, and he has a responsibility. Like, this is a fraternity. Like, we are all brothers and sisters of all races and colors and creeds, like religions, and we're supposed to be here for one another. We're not here to break each other down. We're here to build each other up because we're all doing this for a reason, to provide for our family, to have things that we want and need. Like, and that's what pisses me off about him. He's just so flagrant about it. And I look at it as it's not entertainment. That is the real deal. If I were to go to St. Louis right now, I would see that going on, whether he was on a live or not, whether he was recording or not. That's how I envision his deliveries going. And that's crap because you got good people out here trying to do a good job, but can't get nothing.
Now, I gave him the opportunity to come up and do an interview. You know, he was saying time is money and all this. Now, you know, he's got to understand he's brand new. You can't come in like you running the world. You can't do that. You know, I did it there differently. There was no news channel here, so I had my own lane. So I didn't come in here like I run the world. You know, I was interviewed by other channels who wanted to go ahead. What's up, Ghost? Who wanted to go ahead and interview me? You go through the gauntlet, you do all that. But he has the opportunity. I want to be able to ask him the questions. A lot of people will avoid my interviews because I will ask you the straight up question. You know, he's brash, he's out there like that. I'm going to ask you the questions about that. You know, he's turning it down, I feel, because he gets a sense that, hey, he's going to ask me this stuff, and I don't want to look like that because he's the one that's going to be asking me. So there is, you know, a little entertainment thing that he's putting out there. Now, he told Pedro, you know, if you can help me get to 10,000 subs, I got there, I did it. Just go viral and put out good content, and it will happen. That's how that happens there. You'll get there sooner or later. Don't be too eager. It is gonna come. Now, I saw a video that he did that upset me yesterday. Really upset me, pissed me the hell off, right? Pissed me the hell off. So he goes and he drops off an order, and obviously he took it to the wrong house and gave it to the wrong person because the lady whose food it was called and said she never got her food. She didn't call DoorDash. She called the driver. That lets you know that the driver went to the wrong house. That's what happens when a customer calls the driver. He went to the wrong house, and it's just like I said in my video, don't take too many orders because you can lose focus. Stay off the weed because you'll drop off orders to the wrong house. And if you dirty app, you're gonna have too many orders and you can mess them up. Obviously, he gave it to the wrong person, okay? The lady said, no, you didn't. She said, I've been standing out here by the door for 30 minutes because it said your Dasher is arriving. Number one red flag there was Dasher is arriving, which means that he's on his way. But he's been waiting for so long, he's dirty apping, taking other orders. That's what he was doing, okay? So when he got and took her the order, and she's saying, no, I've been waiting here, he didn't want to go back to her house to look at her and realize that, oh, I did give it to the wrong person, because all he had to say was when she said, well, what address? Who'd you give it to? He said, I gave it to you at the address listed. That's what a DoorDash driver says when they know they made a mistake. I went to the address listed. Where I come from, what my service is, oh, yes, ma'am. I went to this address here, and I didn't get someone's name, but you described the person who you gave the order to. They'll say, no, I'm actually the house next door. I might have ordered right next to their house in a room, so the pin went over there, but I'm actually over at the house right next door. No problem, ma'am. Let me go ahead and get right back over there. Let me go to your neighbor's house and go ahead and get the food. Now, that happened to me when I went back to the neighbor's house. The neighbors were already eating the food because someone in that house had the same name as the house that I was supposed to be delivering it to. So then I said, look, no problem, man. Look, that was my fault here. I called customer support for him, told them. Then I said, go ahead and call them also. But customer support called him. He got a discount and he got a chance to reorder for free because of my mistake. That's all he had to do. But by not even going back or giving the address, he knows that he gave that order to someone else. And that pissed me off that he didn't come and just own up to it. Sarah Elizabeth did that also. And I got on her about that. And they just laughed it off like it's funny. It's my money. I'm dashing. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do. The customer, oh, well, they can go ahead and call customer support. That pissed me the hell off right there. Now, let me know what you feel about that situation there, about that order that he had.
Yeah, I don't believe one in dirty apping. That's first and foremost, because you don't know if you're getting taken from one end of town on one app and the other for the other end. I have screwed up a couple orders and almost 10,000. Guess what you do? When they call you, you do exactly what you say. You go rectify the situation. You go back. The 99% of the time, that food will still be there where you dropped it off, and you go and give it to the person. You correct the mistake. You own up to it. Like, you don't just be like, oh, I don't want to waste time because I screwed up, so I'm just going to let it be what it's going to be. Like, that's, again, consumer confidence. When you lose consumer confidence, it's over. Like, it's over. Like, we've seen a lot of businesses go out of business because they lost the consumer confidence of the market. And I just don't like people like that, because I like doing this job. I'd like to do this job for a little while longer. And I don't want crappy rules coming out that we have to follow on DoorDash because we have idiots who don't know how to do their job correctly. And it's always, you know how it goes.
Exactly.
One idiot will ruin it for everybody.
Yep. And my rule is this. I have a numbers rule that I do. If there's 1, there's 10. If there's 10, there's 100. If there's 100, there's 1,000. You know, if there's 1,000, there's 10,000. That's how I operate. So I want to clean up all the bad drivers in my area. Like, I was talking to a driver that I know earlier, and he was like, yeah, man, I like staying in this zone that you taught me about. He said, I don't got to go to the other city. The orders go here. The mileage is good. You get paid. And it doesn't even have to be, you know, in a hot zone. The customers here that we are taking care of are not getting bad issues with us drivers that know what to do. So we keep bad drivers out of this zone, by doing what we do. If a bad driver goes to a house after me, goes after my wife, goes after Tony Lopez or anybody else that I'm out here doing deliveries with, they're gonna look like they are crap because of what we actually do. And that's when customers that's when you turn into that repeat driver for them. They order the same time every day. And when you're on, coincidentally, you're delivering to them 5 out of 7 days out of the week. So, and the best thing about those customers is sometimes they can't tip. Oh, well, but if you think about it, you're delivering food to them 5 to 7 times a week, right? Now, just think though, if they tip and they tip at least 3 times in that week, and let's say they normally do like $7 tips, you just made an extra, just an extra. Let's put some money on that. $21 extra from just that one person. Now you got to think of how many repeat customers can I acquire in this zone that get tips, that give me tips. Now you figure out, dang, these people give me at least like 50 every week. This house does. So now you get a chance to work it like that. When you get bad drivers in the area, they ruin that for you. You start going to dead zones. I'm like, yeah, I'm dropping orders off, but I want to get a little pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. You know what I mean? A little pot of gold. And them bad drivers, we got to keep you guys out because you're messing it up for the rest of us. And I get what he's saying here, people. No Bumper TV is actually demonstrating and showing how to do the job at, the worst way. Like, put it like this. DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, any of the food delivery services. I'm not talking about Walmart Spark or the groceries or Queries and Rollies. I'm talking specifically about food, okay? These food people are going to be watching this dude, right? And are like, well, dang, DoorDash people like, we got drivers out there just doing it like this. And like you said, they start changing rules. They start implementing more things that can hurt everyone. You don't do that. You don't want, and believe it or not, people out there, these apps, people are watching us do this content. Once you go viral, it don't go viral just to people driving. That goes viral all across the internet. Worldwide, it went viral. So you don't think these apps are watching? People, Megan Risman and all Bentley Coupe and all of them, DoorDash went to them to make them sign a contract to keep their content. We got a new member on Hot Facts. New member. This is Johnny. Is that Snot? Johnny Snot. I thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you so much there. I'll go ahead and see what membership you did join. If you are a standard support team, when you put your comments there, your comments are going to be read. If they make sense, I'm not going to read sniff my toes, suck my butt, anything dumb like that. That doesn't work like that. Real questions for the panel, real questions that have to go out there. You get priority. You get priority replies on your comments. If you have a question that makes sense for the panel and what it is, like if we're talking about hamburgers and how we barbecue, I'm not going to answer a question about shoes. That's not going to happen. So the question has to go with the topic and what's going on. And when you put it up there, we have to go ahead and answer it. Okay, you get that, and you get your shout out there. So you get priority. You get priority replies to comments and questions when you're on the live. The hot crew people, when you're on the hot crew, if you are a YouTube channel and you have a brand you're trying to grow, the $9.99 for the hot crew, you get the priority comments and everything else there. Yes, you do get that. You get lost episodes that go into members only first. Outside of that, you get to choose and help me with up and coming titles for future shows. You get a one-on-one interview. You get to have your interview and have your convo put on the live stream and have it out there for a full episode. You get your birthday shout out. You become a moderator of the channel. And then on top of that, if you do pay the $9.99, how I do these videos, like for Mike Drop BBQ, you see my advertisement for our family's barbecue. You guys see how I'm doing it for these brand new content creators who are trying to do their thing. I do all of that for people who are on the hot crew, no matter what. As long as you're on the hot crew, during my actual videos, I throw up the links to click up yours. I put you as the ending, ending video where they can click on it. I do things like that. And I watch your chat channel and I create shorts from your videos on collaborations, or I will take your video, fair use it, and then create an advertisement or something else there for you and throw it on all the platforms that I have out there. That's what you get with the hot crew, people. You got to make sure your memberships have a value to them. Don't just have them out there, people. But I want to thank Johnny Snot for becoming a member. Troll or not, Johnny Snot. Thank you for joining on. Thank you for joining on. Now, that's a new member there. Now, I got a couple more things about No Bumper TV that I want to go ahead and get off. I think he's trying to get famous off of DoorDash and his approach. I think he's trying to do like the get rich quick scheme. You know what I mean? Let me do it like this, and then let me get as many subs, and let me try to make some money and do it like this, and then I'm set. I think he's also doing that. That's not my style, but to each his own. What do you feel about that?
I mean, that I would agree with that. I think that's his plan. I just don't think it's working maybe as well as he'd like, because he started around the same time I did, and he was actually like 150 subscribers ahead of me. And then within like 2 or 3 days, I obviously surpassed him, doing it correctly, doing it the right way. And some of his content, again, I hope he's successful, but some of his content, in all honesty, is just him pointing at his face, nothing going on, or something happened to the video and like he starts talking, but something's going on and you can't hear it. Like, there is a thing about trying to get famous, but you got to do it correctly, because he can get it in the wrong way. I saw he put a short up saying bad publicity is good publicity. Not really. He might get comments and everything, and he might get a couple subscribers for doing what he does, but overall, the customers are going to roast him and not subscribe to him. Good drivers are going to look at it, but they're not going to really pay much attention to it. They're just going to look at his shorts and be like, what's he doing now? Stuff like that. But that's not going to help. That's not going to sustain. Like, you want to use your shorts in a positive way, because that's where you're going to get your views, and that's where you'll get quick subscribers. Your videos, your content is where that's where you play the long game. That's where you're going to get your watch hours. That's where everyone's coming to, is your videos. And I just think I don't think it's the right. I don't think it's working, because I've seen other bad drivers out there that post something and have tons of views. but for whatever reason, it's not clicking with him. Yeah, he's still new, but he has a lot of people talking about him. He has you repping him. He has me interacting with him a little bit. I don't have much, but I try to interact with him to be like, why you're doing this and what have you. I personally don't like it. It might be entertainment, but I still, if he's doing it like that in real life, then it's not entertainment. Is everybody still here? I think we lost the host. So since we lost the host, guys, thank you for watching me. I do appreciate it if you guys can check my channel out. I'm, like I said, up and coming, obviously, and I'm working hard at it. I'm not pushing videos out every day. I'm waiting every 2 or 3 days. And here comes our host now. But I put quality content out, trying to.
Yeah, man. StreamYard is glitching out real quick. I do apologize for that. StreamYard is glitching out really quick. It's doing some weird stuff right now. It booted me out. I had to just log right back in. StreamYard does that every now and then, people. And let me make sure that there's not another guest backstage. Okay, nope, that's you. It's telling me that there's another guest. Okay, that is not. Let's go ahead. That is John right there only. Okay, so we got you in. Yeah, man. You know, there's a way you got to do it, and the right way is, like you said, people are just gonna be tuning in to him to see, oh, what's he doing now? What stunt is he pulling now? It's to the point to where he's already started off to where he's gonna have to start doing some things that Dashing Trader did, confronting customers who didn't tip enough and doing all that other stuff. So he's already on that road. I hope he doesn't travel down that road, because everyone that's traveled down that road, they figured out that by doing that, they take away the apps that they were using for their content, because they get deactivated.
Yeah.
And
right.
don't want that to happen to anyone. Don't want that to happen, but for the ones that get out there and that's what you guys want to do, that can happen. But at the same time, he also said in one of his live streams, and I don't know why he doesn't keep his live streams up. He does like 10 minutes and shuts them down. He's not going to get his watch hours like that. You got to make sure them live streams are up to get them watch hours up. He said that in his live stream, he said, the hell did this dude say? He said, it'll come back to my head. It was crazy. It was crazy. He said something else ridiculous.
The most genuine thing I saw from him, and I loved, was when he was on there first, he was kind of trashing like an order or whatever. And then he flipped it on his kids. And he said, I do this for my kids. He said, I want a better life.
Right. I like that one.
And I like that. The first part was him just doing his normal thing. But when he said, I do this for my kids, I love my kids, I want better for my kids, I thought that was the first genuine thing that I saw, that actual, like, real moment. Like, I could get down with that.
Right. Yeah. What the hell? Yeah, his kids, that's one thing. Yeah, he does that. He does that good. What the hell did he say? And he said this. He said that if he did not have 3 or 4 accounts, he would not be able to do DoorDash. So he openly admitted that he has 3 or 4 accounts on the same app. So, you know, he said that on a live stream, and I'm just like, come on, G, like, there's a driver, and this is what I tell these people. Whether you believe it or not, there's someone that's watching that's gonna try to emulate what you're doing when you're out there driving and dashing. I'm telling you, you know, when you put out the information like this, you have the ability to have someone fail. I just don't want to have someone say, well, I did this because I was watching HotFacts, and HotFacts told me, hey, go in the restaurant, and if you curse them out, they'll give you the food faster. I didn't tell no one to do nothing like that. I don't want no one to be using my name to throw it into all that crazy hogwash. That's not what I want. And neither should these people, but people think that, you know, negativity and being evil and bad, more people like that. So that's what they're going out trying to do. But like you said, the genuine moment with him and his kids, you know, you saw the smile, you saw the huggable dad, you saw something there, and it makes it just seem like the no bumper TV, the grimiest dasher alive, is just a gimmick, because Dashing Traders, his handle is FDA, the fastest dasher alive. And he confronts customers and things like that. So there's a similarity there.
Yeah.
Similarity there, you know. Try to be unique and try not to do that other stuff, man. Be yourself.
I mean, I hope it's entertainment. I do. Like, I'd like to go to bed at night knowing that that's just entertainment. That's not really happening. But like you said, the problem with that is there's going to be someone who watches his channel that happens to DoorDash or happens to Uber Eats or happens to Grubhub and be like, I'm going to do it like him. And then we went from entertainment to someone's actually doing that now. So I just think we have a responsibility in our jobs. I mean, customers watch this crap. Like, they watch our stuff. And we want them to keep ordering food. And like in this all seriousness, like I saw like three people in the comments said, hey, I'm not ordering DoorDash anymore. If you saw 3 people say that, then that's probably another 300 who mean that. And if you have 303 people who aren't ordering DoorDash anymore, or just those apps, then that's 303 less orders that you have to make money on. But again, guys, thank you very much. But I'm a genuine dude, guys. I'm trying to make good content and help.
Oh yeah. StreamYard tripping today, people. It happens. It happens. StreamYard tripping today, though. I know it was giving the Mic Drop BBQ Jeff. It was giving the DoorDash Revolution a few issues yesterday. Every now and then, StreamYard does do this. Oh, get into StreamYard too, John. Get into StreamYard. So you can have your scrolls. You can put your you can do all this stuff. It gives you a little bit better things to do. Makes it look a little bit different. Go ahead, get on StreamYard, and you can pay or use it for free. When you pay, like let's say it's like $25 a month. When you pay, you get unlimited streaming, and you get 10 people on a panel that you can have. You can have a co-host, an admin. You can actually have people that when you're doing your live, they're watching it with you. They're putting up the scrolls and stuff like that for you. But what I do is to save money on StreamYard, I use the free version, and I use everything in the studio itself that I can do for free. All my music and everything, I have it all sitting there, and then I get 20 hours to use, and then I just have like my other account. I just use my other email address for that one. I have another 20 hours there. And then if I want to do it again, I'll use my other email address. So I'll just keep getting 20 hours for free to not have to pay for that, and then get it all in, people. You got to learn, people. You know, you see people with 10 people up there and they want to look like their show is this and that. People, you don't even got to have all of that, because I'll tell you this. When you get like 10 people up there, you better know how to moderate. People better have respect to not talk over people and all that other stuff. If not, it's just going to sound like a bunch of chaos. So, you know, I do it this way. But get into the StreamYard. You can get Restream. You can do all that. So go ahead and get it in. I'm just about done here with these questions here. I want to ask you this, though. I do this with every single person who comes in to Hot Facts. I'm gonna give you a couple questions. You just give me the quickest answer you can. All right. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Okay. A hot dog is not a sandwich. All right. Now, can you explain why on that one?
Because a sandwich is 2 pieces of bread and it has a whole bunch of stuff on it. A hot dog is just a folded up bread. It's just one's folded and one's not. Folded is more. That's a hot dog is more of a burrito than it is a sandwich.
Okay. I'm gonna give you one right here. I'm gonna give you another one. Best era in NBA basketball: 80s, 90s, 2000s, or 2010s?
90s. Easy.
The 90s. Who was your favorite player in the 90s?
Kobe.
Oh, yeah. Kobe came in 96, y'all. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, now.
It was because you had Reggie, you had Michael, you had Patrick Ewing, you had Vince Carter at the very there. You had, like I said, Kobe. My God, the best players in it outside of LeBron James, who I get it. I don't like him, but I respect the game. The best players came from the 90s.
Got you there. And it's hard to debate. And that 1996 draft was the best draft of all time. That draft had Kobe, Ray Allen, Iverson, Jermaine O'Neal. It had that draft had Steve Nash, Stephon Marbury. That draft had Tim Thomas, John Wallace, Marcus Camby. That draft was like, there's a lot of Hall of Famers who came out in that draft. That was a great draft. My next question is, LeBron just hit for 40,000 points. Now he's in 21 years. He's played 82 games, I think 6 times in his career. John Stockton played 20 years, but he played 82 games 16 times out of the 20 years in his career. John Stockton has 15,800 assists. He also has 3,600 steals by playing all those games in 20 years. Which one is more impressive, and which one is going to get hit first? Someone else doing 40,000 or someone catching John Stockton for the assist and the steals?
John Stockton's is more impressive, and I'll get into explain that why. And LeBron's points total is going to get caught first. And here's what made John Stockton so impressive. I'm an NBA head. I watch a lot of NBA, old school and everything. John Stockton dictated a game in his hands. And the crazy thing, what a lot of people don't realize, John Stockton could have scored at will. He chose not to. He got in this pass first point guard. And I'll even go one further. Remember that 97 championship when he passed it to Karl Malone? And Karl Malone missed the shot? If John Stockton,
Stockton could have hit that.
If John Stockton kept the ball and shot it, we'd be in Game 7 in Chicago. Or no, in Utah. It would have been Game 7 in Utah. Yeah, in Utah. Yep. John Stockton is one of the most underrated basketball players ever. And it's because he came from the short white boy era, and he didn't do anything flashy. He was fundamentally sound, and he believed in passing first because the guy was clutch. Like, who shoots 90% free throw, 40% from the 35, like 38% from the 3-point range, 50% from the floor. Like, he was just efficient, super efficient. He shot 50% from the floor, people, and he was making his threes. You know, John Stockton was crazy. And the reason why some people say, why are you bringing up John Stockton? People, there's 82 games in the NBA season. LeBron played 82 games 6 times in his career. So just think about the numbers Stockton put up. He had 16 years of 82 games. That means he played a whole NBA career without missing a game. So, you know, it's more impressive. That's going to be very, 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 very hard to beat. But it's making great basketball. The in-season tournament is making for great basketball. I like that. I like it. And I think out of everyone, Luka has a chance to get that 40,000 if he gets his body in better shape and he actually wants to do it. Or Trae Young, if Trae Young plays at least 68 games a season. He has some at 70, some at 50-something, but Trae Young is 27 points a game. He's the only other one, but they load manage all these players right now, which is crazy. The next one, Jake Paul challenged Mike Tyson going down July 20th
on Netflix in Arlington, in Texas, at that stadium. What did you make of that when you heard like what came to your head? Like, what?
Yeah, I hope it's an exhibition because I know Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are pretty close, and I know Mike Tyson trained Jake Paul a lot, tried to show him a little more fundamentals when Jake Paul was taking a little step up, like against like your MMA fighters and your Tommy Fury. I hope this isn't what I think it's going to be, and a money grab and Mike Tyson taking it easy on Jake Paul. Because if this is a legit, if we're getting killer Mike Tyson, I don't care that he's almost 60. If Mike Tyson comes in there with that killer mentality, Mike Tyson should easily wipe the floor with Jake Paul. And I respect Jake. Jake has put himself out there, like, not the NBA guy, Nate Robinson, but when he went up against Tyron Woodley, and yeah, Ben Askren, I know he's not a boxer, but still an MMA fighter.
Right.
Anderson Silva, which was my most impressive one, because Anderson Silva, my guy from the UFC who I loved, was a boxer.
Love him.
Muay Thai. He understands leverage. So when he beat Anderson Silva, I knew he had some real boxing talent. And he's not afraid.
Right. And with Nate Diaz also. Diaz also, because a lot of people don't understand that Nate Diaz, they train with Andre Ward. Nate and Nick train with Andre Ward. They like to box before they grab you. They like to stand up and just punch you in the face before they grab you. So when I saw him do that, I was like, all right, because we never got to see the Roy Jones and Silva fight. We never got a chance to see the Roy Jones and Silva fight with that boxing match. So I said, all right. But my thing is there going to be a stipulation how Roy Jones said, Tyson, we ain't going all the way hard like that? If Roy Jones tells Tyson, we ain't going all the way hard like that, I wonder if there's a stipulation that Tyson can't go Tyson in there. I was thinking about that.
I don't think so, because here's the thing. Jake Paul crazy. And Jake Paul comes off as a very, we know Jake Paul's there's not going to be any USADA testing. So Jake Paul is going to be able to do what Jake Paul does, which, hey, I don't really care about that. But he seems like the type of person, it doesn't matter. If he gets out there and gets smashed, he's going to go on his YouTube, he's going to go on his podcast, and he's going to find a way to get 50,000 more followers from him taking an ass beating from Mike Tyson. And if he goes out there and beats Mike Tyson, he's going to find a way to get it put on his YouTube, on his podcast, that gets him 50,000 people to subscribe to him instantly. Like, he is a genius.
Yeah, he's getting it in. And I like what Logan did, how when Logan, he went ahead, got Floyd. Logan was thinking about fighting some other people, and then Triple H hit him up. Triple H said, well, how would you like coming over here? So now he's doing luchador flips. He's jumping across the ring, doing crazy stuff. And, they're smart. They are very, very smart. My next one is, since I know you're a sport guy, Ngannou and Joshua. Who you got? Yeah. I got Ngannou too. I think that he's nice. I think he has more. I think he has better footwork. I think he can throw at better angles. He understands boxing, and if it comes down to them, it's not going to be no. And Joshua's going to have to dance around him. If they get into like a close, get in there and mix them up, Ngannou can come over and just, my goodness. I got Ngannou. If Joshua loses this fight, he has to fight Wilder or his career is over.
My thing with that is Ngannou beat Tyson Fury. I watched that fight. I thought he did too.
And
Ngannou, if they would have done it straight up, should be the heavyweight champion of the world in boxing. And at the worst, should have gave Tyson Fury his first loss in boxing. Anthony Joshua is a little better version of Deontay Wilder. He understands boxing, like the fundamentals and stuff, a little better. And again, I know I'm saying this, I'm not a boxer, but I study boxing. I'm a big boxing head too. Deontay Wilder has basic fundamentals in boxing, which you cannot have at the heavyweight top tier level. What bailed Deontay Wilder
And
out,
he doesn't have a jab. He doesn't have a jab. He has no jab at all.
And Joshua, he gets in these little weird spots. Like, remember the first Ruiz fight? He got destroyed.
Yeah, Ruiz, yep.
Wasn't even close. Then he comes out, he gets a little motivated. He takes Ruiz out, but that's only because Ruiz became a 400-pound Mexican living off of the high from winning the heavyweight championship.
Exactly.
Like, Joshua's just a little better version of Wilder. I think they should fight anyways.
Right. Now we got those out. Gig apps. You know, which gig app do you prefer to use them best or the most?
The one I prefer to use the most, obviously, is DoorDash. But the one that I would use as a secondary, if I were ever to need to, and would be Spark, because Spark in my area, it's not oversaturated completely, and the orders pay pretty well here. You'll get like 2 orders, $28, $29, maybe 7 miles. Maybe you got 8 or 10 bags for each order.
Right. Yep. Same here. Same here. And let me ask you this. What video did you watch of mine first?
The one where you were talking about your very first videos, where you were talking about the protest and you were asking people what they thought. It was just kind of giving your opinion about it and everything. And then I followed it up with Pedro and watched that second one with Pedro, because I think you were you had something on there with like an interview with a lady on there, I down in, I forget where it was, but she was she had like a shirt on, and she was talking about how hard it was down there for like the Lyft and Uber drivers, like rideshare drivers and stuff like that. And then Pedro's was the second one I caught with you, and I've been watching some of your shorts and some of your videos since.
Oh yeah, man. Well, thank you for that. Since you got me in your feed, you're gonna see I'm in the feed all damn day. You'll be like, damn, hold up, did he just put a video up? You're like, damn, what new video? Yeah, they come in there all day. So I'm in the feed all day. Feel free to click on them. Sometimes they're funny. Sometimes, hey, whatever I see, if I can be like, I'm about to do that video, like I have 2 in here that I have to edit and put up today. When I see it, I throw them on and I just throw them out, man. And for you content creators out there who have a channel, I'm pretty sure, as John has seen, I do collaborations and I do cuts on videos from the YouTube shorts. So if you have good content out there and it's something with a good message, you will see HotFacts do a collaboration with that. And it's one of the best ways to get collaborations done, because a lot of the content creators are big-headed and they think they're above what they are. So all you do is just go do a collab with one of their videos and then boom. And also in your analytics, you'll see in the in your remix section, you'll see how many videos were remixed and how many views you got on those too. The remixes also count for your views. So just to let you know, remixes also count for those content creators. So I do those a lot. I want to thank you, man. I want to thank you for coming on in. And after having this interview with me and seeing HotFacts and what I do, from what you saw and what you got now, what's your overall opinion and thoughts on HotFacts? I agree with everybody that comes and does the interview.
Yeah, no, my opinion is exactly what I thought when I watched the videos. Someone who's a very honest, asks questions, very genuine, and very helpful. Like you try to push a message, you try to help people, you try to help have people see things from all aspects, not just from one side or the other. And your interview skills are awesome. Like you come in here prepared. You don't just go off the cuff. You got I'm sure you got something down on your lap that you got things. That you got things done. You marked them out. You knew what you were going to ask. You just prepared, and I think that's awesome, because to be successful in what anybody wants to do in life, you have to be prepared. You have to take it serious, and you have to work hard. If you're willing to do those 3 things, I believe you can accomplish anything in the world you want to do.
Oh wow, people, that's you can't go wrong with that, people. Well, without further ado, people, I'm gonna take those as the last words, people. Those were some great words right there. Go ahead and do it like that, people. Go ahead and check him out. Go ahead and let the people know your channel name and everything else there before we head on out.
All right, it's DoorDash with John, also Dashing with John, which I'm gonna fix. And my content is basically just to help you guys make more money, put a smile on your face, and just give you any information that I have. I appreciate all you guys for watching, and y'all have a great evening. Thank you, boss man.
People, oh yeah. Without further ado, people, we out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. Thank you for watching. Check out the Hot Facts with Robert Reese podcast. Check out one-on-one interviews with Hot Facts podcast. Check out the boardroom episode. A future episode is gonna have Dashing with John. He's gonna be up there. I'm possibly gonna be doing one with another content creator, with getting them up there. So check out the boardroom. Check out everything. If you guys like what you see, leave a thumbs up, share this stream, and stay tuned for the next interview with the Dashing Investor. Okay, so that's gonna be a great one. Tons of energy there, people. See you guys later, and thank you, Johnny Snot, for becoming a new member. He says it's Hot Crew, so I'm gonna go ahead and check that on out, and see you guys later.